Hello and happy Monday, rock stars. I am so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this Monday Music Minute. I absolutely love coming to you every week and just bringing my passions out and talking about things that I think that are really important. And I hope that you learn a little something too, or maybe you just agree with me and you're like, yeah, all right, cool. Or maybe you disagree. But I'm really glad that you're taking the time to continue to watch these, and I really appreciate that. So, today's theme, I'm actually going to do a little bit of scaffolding from last week. I absolutely love scaffolding, where we build on something that we started last week and just take it a little bit further. So, last week we were talking about the new year and getting healthy and integrating exercise into the day to increase endorphins and including the kids on it. So everybody's increasing their endorphins and kind of doing that happy thing, right? Um, so I wanted to go back to what I was saying last week and scaffold on that topic of getting healthy. And I want to point out that that's what I said is getting healthy. I did not say lose weight, lose a few pounds, try to get skinny, or anything of that matter, because it's so vitally important that in as we are early childhood educators, or if we are just parents watching this video and you have young children around, that we are not drawing attention to how we look in our bodies, right? So we want to focus on what's in here, not what's out here. And of course, we want to be healthy. We want to make healthy choices, and exercising makes us feel good. We don't need to focus on how it makes us look as well. So, another thing that I talked about was in the past music minutes was taking songs from different decades and integrating them into your day, because it's really important for kids to hear things from other generations, yes, but also it shakes things up, right? It's not the norm, and it's something new, and that's what we all crave as humans, is something new and different. So, to go along with both of those topics, I wanted to talk about how music, unfortunately, some songs that we think are really safe to play around children aren't. And I ended that video making sure that I said, and make sure it's appropriate, but I didn't really go into what's appropriate. And most of you know, right? No swearing. But also, let's dig a little bit deeper into that. Appropriate when we are working with young children, especially, is not focusing on how we look, but rather what's inside. Okay? So I want to talk about, sorry about that, some songs to avoid, and just challenge you to take a look at the lyrics of the songs that you are choosing to play with your kids, and to avoid them if you feel like the message is not there. Because yes, the kids are having fun and they're dancing, but they're also learning the words, and those words are going to set in at some point. So we want to make sure that they're good words. So I'm going to have a really obvious one here. Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Okay, the whole song focuses on how the woman looks. Avoid something like that. But there's also some sneaky ones, right? So the one by Bruno Mars, that's "Girl, You're Amazing, Just the Way You Are." It sounds like, oh my goodness, this is such a nice message to send to people, to children. So I'm going to go and I'm going to read the lyrics really quick, um, because it's a catchy song. It's a beautiful song. And that one line, it just makes my heart soar. Yes, you're amazing just the way you are. You know I believe in this message truly, right? So her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair, she's so beautiful, and I tell her every day, and I know when I compliment her, she won't believe me. Well, you know what? Now we're teaching kids that if you're complimented, that you should be like, no, right? Um, and every time she asks, do I look okay? Or when I see your face and her lips. I want to kiss them. So this has no swear words. It's Bruno Mars. We all love Bruno, right? And it's probably going to pop up on your playlist. It might even pop up on, some sort of kids Pandora list. You never know. You really have to be careful of that. One time I had a kids Pandora list. It was Disney songs. And because of all of the movie affiliations with Disney songs and like the Sing soundtrack, you get a lot of related artists. Like Lady Gaga might pop up there, which she does have a couple that might be okay. But the intro, she swore a good one, okay? And I was like, whoa, reset. So it's really important to vet those songs. All right, so I talked about Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are. And hey, if like you really want a challenge and you really like the way that song sounds, change the lyrics and make it about how they are perfect just the way they are in here, right? Okay, while we're on the topic of Bruno Mars, there's a song that it popped up on my running list. Like, you should run to this one because it's like, run, run away, baby, right? And it's really upbeat. It's a terrible, terrible lyrics. And something to avoid if you have like a Uptown Funk playlist, because kids typically like that one. Avoid this song. If you hear it, avoid it. And I'm not saying anything bad about, the artist of Bruno Mars. What I'm talking about strictly here is it appropriate for early childhood? Okay. But the lyrics start with, well, looky here, what do we have? Another pretty thing ready for me to grab. What are we teaching our kids? So really think about what those lyrics mean. And kids, listen when we don't think that they are. If you want alternatives to like a favorite song, like I cannot wait until Lizzo hits Kids Bop, okay? Because I love Lizzo. But if there's ever a way to transform those songs, Kids Bop will find a way. And they're typically pretty good. Let's see. So here's my last challenge too. I'm reading my notes today. Take this concept, listen to your songs, and make sure that they're appropriate in that way because it's really, really important. And my challenge to you is that when you see your child or you see a child in your classroom and they come in the morning, that you greet them and do not comment on how they look. And this can be tricky. When I started diving deep into kids learning about body image, I was like, oh my goodness, I do this all the time. I say, hey, Abs, look at this. I love your dress. It is just beautiful and you look great and ready for the day. So try not to do that. Try to just be happy that they're there. Good morning. I'm so glad to see you today. Let's go and check out and see what's inside the classroom today. It's a tricky shift if you haven't tried to do it, but challenge yourself, right? We all love challenges. I know I'm getting a little bit long on this Music Minute, so I will cut it off from there. I might have to do another Music Minute on this topic. Again, I'm not here to offend anyone. This is just my opinion when working with early childhood and music. So until next week, rock on, rock stars. Sorry for the 8-minute minute. Have a good one.